these are the reported cryptocurrency fraud losses by year. This is from the FTC. So in 2018, it was 12 million. In 2021, so 3 years later, it was 680 million, completely ballooned. And then the first quarter of just this year alone, so January to the end of March, $329 million was lost in cryptocurrency in 3 months of time. So no, people are losing big when it comes to crypto scams. And the top frauds reported within cryptocurrency losses, the #1 type is investment related fraud. 575 million of that is investment related fraud. If you go down, we'll talk about each of these types. Romance scams. Some people would say, romance scams? What do romance scams and crypto have to do with each other? A lot. We'll talk about it in a second, but $185 million lost to romance scams through crypto. Business imposters, so people acting like a specific business, 93 million. And then government imposters, 40 million. So they're acting like some sort of government agency and asking for crypto. Investment, since this is the largest area, 575 million, probably more because that was just to the end of March, right? So there's probably a lot more to that 575 million lost. Crypto investments, they may look different, but these are some of the qualities that every crypto investment scam is going to have. They're going to have false promises of easy money, usually paired with your limited understanding of what crypto is. And you have scammers who will prey on people who don't know a lot about crypto and then tell them you're going to make millions of dollars. That's a perfect storm for a scammer, right? The scammer is going to make so much money off of somebody who doesn't know a ton about crypto, but is looking for easy money. People report that investment websites and apps let them track the growth of their crypto, but it's all fake. So we actually, I spoke to a reporter in South Carolina about a man who he was on an investment Facebook group. For years, he had been on this investment Facebook group, and there was a person in that group who had been there for a very long time. They had been cordial back and forth, and this person reached out to him personally in his direct messages and said, hey, I have this incredible opportunity. It's in crypto, and you can make tons of money, so much money that you won't even have to worry about money anymore. He looked at the website that the person sent him. It looked pretty legitimate, and it sounded amazing. And this website and app, because there was an app associated also, actually let him track the growth. So he put money in, bought this crypto, and it looked like he was tracking his growth, but it was all fake. These scammers are intelligent. They are coming up with full systems, websites, apps, in order to make themselves seem more legitimate. So another thing that this man said was, just to make sure that it was real, he said he did a test withdrawal. So he did a small test withdrawal. He made, say he put in, I don't know the exact numbers that he put in initially, but say he put in $1,000 initially. And then he said he like quadrupled his money in like a week. So all of a sudden he had $4,000. He was going to do a small test withdrawal to see if he could take it out. And he did. He took out a little bit of money. Great. That convinces him to put in more because it seems more legitimate. And then when they actually try and cash out, because over the weeks and months, it looks like he's making tons and tons of money. When he actually tries to go and take out a real withdrawal, they tell him that he needs to put in more crypto. And then in this man's particular case, he needed to get other people, he needed to recruit others to invest in this before he could get his investment, which is a bit of a Ponzi scheme combined with a crypto investment scam. He ended up losing 60,000 of his own dollars to this scam. And this is a real South Carolina consumer that this happened to. So this is happening. People are losing a ton of money to these types of scams, and they look real. And the number one thing I tell people when we talk about investments, or really any type of scam, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. So here are some examples of how scammers will try and lure people in. So the one on the left, there's YouTube. You can find tons of YouTube videos of these. I will call them losers because that's what they are, who will put out all of these videos about how you're going to make millions of dollars on Bitcoin investments, and they're going to show you how to do it. And you just need to download their product and blah, 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 blah. No, those are all scams. Or don't get involved in those. They happen on Facebook too, just like the man that I told you about. They create these Facebook groups that seem pretty legitimate. And this one here on the right says, the main principle is simple. The minimum amount you need to start with is 0.001 Bitcoin, and you'll be awarded 0.16% of your investment almost every hour. So they're promising some pretty incredible gains here. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Romance scams. So what happens is scammers use dating websites or even just social media apps like Instagram, Facebook, anything that they can direct message people on to meet potential victims. We call romance scams in general long cons because these scammers will spend a lot of time and a lot of effort to get to know these people. So what they do is they make victims believe they're in a long-term relationship, sometimes going 6+ months. I've heard of people going years of talking to somebody. And the reason the scammers are spending this much time is they're gaining your trust. And romance scams are some of the most expensive scams overall, not just in cryptocurrency romance scams, but people lose the most amount to romance scams. Once they've gained your trust, conversations often turn to cryptocurrency opportunities and the eventual transfer of coins like Bitcoins or other types of crypto or account authentication credentials. So those keys that you would have in order to get to the crypto. So they're going to tell you that they have some incredible opportunity and you need to invest. They've made a ton of money. And because you love them and you trust them, you're going to put money in and send it to them most likely. So here's an example. This is an actual conversation that somebody had or gave over as evidence of a crypto scam. So they had been talking to this person for a long period of time, had developed a romantic connection. And then all of a sudden, this person started talking about crypto exchanges and crypto wallets and talking about how it works. And you can see that it says, this person, no, I don't know anything. You'll have to tell me each step. Is it really so easy? This person didn't know anything about crypto. They say, I have some savings that they've wanted to invest for a really long time. Maybe this is a good opportunity. Yes, of course, it's a great opportunity. How much should I invest? And then they continue to talk. They're explaining to them how the wallet works. This is why scammers love people who don't know a ton about crypto. Because if you don't know what a wallet is, if you don't know how it works, they can tell you whatever they want. You love them, you're in a romantic relationship, or at least have some sort of very strong connection. So whatever they tell you, you'll believe, right? Because they wouldn't lie to you. And people can lose tens of thousands of dollars to these types of scams. And all types of scams are awful, but these ones are especially bad just because they are using people's hearts as collateral, basically. And they spend months and months and months of time gaining their trust. Imposter and giveaway crypto scams. So scammers will pose as celebrities, business people, or cryptocurrency influencers. They can even pose as government agencies, and basically anyone to make them seem more legitimate. That's what scammers are always trying to do. They're trying to make themselves seem more legitimate. They're promising to match or multiply the cryptocurrency that you send to them. That's often a giveaway scam. So, hey, if you send me 0.005 Bitcoin, I'll double that and send it back. That's a giveaway scam. They try and act like well-known people, again, to make themselves seem more legitimate. And it's always a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'm never going to do this again. So take advantage of it now. And they're trying to pressure you to make a quick decision to put money in. And then you realize, once you actually think about it, well, that seemed a little suspicious. And then it's too late at that point. So these are examples of times where crypto scammers impersonated very famous people. Elon Musk has been involved in the cryptocurrency game for a bit now. And so crypto scammers took advantage of that, and they created very closely resembling profiles on Twitter specifically that looked like him, and they'd tweet out, would reply to other people's tweets, and do things to kind of lure people in, thinking that it was Elon Musk and thinking it was a one-time opportunity that he was, going to be doubling people's investment. And people lost millions on that. Here was another time, there was a hack on Twitter, a massive hack where Joe Biden and Barack Obama, and I believe a number of other pretty large politicians were hacked, legitimately hacked, and started putting out all of these tweets about Bitcoin. People thought it was real. I remember seeing this and being like, that seems a little weird that Joe Biden, Barack Obama, and all these other politicians the same day would be tweeting out about doubling people's Bitcoin investments. Seems a little suspicious, but a lot of people didn't even think about it. And they were immediately putting money in and lost tens of thousands of dollars to this, because the accounts were quickly recovered by Twitter and given back to the owners. And those tweets were taken down, but it was too late. People had already given over their crypto to the scammers, and they couldn't get it back. I mentioned, once you send it, it's gone. You're not getting it back unless that scammer, develops a conscience, which I doubt. Phishing crypto scams. So they're targeting information about your wallet. So if you have a crypto wallet, you'll get emails. They're trying to get that information about your wallet, because if they get that, then they can get your crypto. They're interested in the private keys, which are the access to that cryptocurrency. They're going to send links just like any other phishing email, but they're specifically sent to crypto owners, and they're going to ask them for them to enter in those private keys, send them to websites and enter in the private keys. This is what it could look like. This was an actual scam that went around last year that a lot of people fell for. Binance is a well-known group that deals with cryptocurrency. I'm sorry, I'm getting a frog in my throat. And this went out, and a lot of people went to this website and entered in their information because they were afraid that somebody was trying to hack into their wallet. It says a withdrawal has been requested from an unknown IP address. If this was not you, follow the steps here. And that seems like it could be a legitimate alert from Binance. It was not. It was a scam, and it ended up asking for people's keys, which the scammers then stole. This one's an email. This says, "Dear user," that's a red flag. They should know your name if you're working with them. "We're sorry to inform you that your last transaction has been canceled. For security reasons, your account is on hold until we hear from you." This is a very common phishing tactic. So you're going to click on that link and enter in your account information, and the scammer is going to steal it. So how do you steal clear of crypto scams? This goes for any type of investment scam. If anyone says they can guarantee, they use the word guarantee profits or big returns, that's a scammer. No cryptocurrency investment or any other type of investment, could be gold, silver, whatever, they can't guarantee you to make money, just like stocks. You can't guarantee that you're going to make anything. No legitimate business or person is going to require you to buy cryptocurrency. It would be suspicious if all of a sudden Walmart was like, sorry, we don't take US dollars anymore. You have to pay in cryptocurrency. That would be crazy, right? So in your mind, if somebody says you have to pay in cryptocurrency, it should be just as crazy. No one should be demanding that you pay in cryptocurrency. And never mix online dating with investment advice. This is very common. Online scammers, online dating scammers do this because they gain your trust, and never mix the two. Don't get investment advice from your lover you met online but have never seen in person or met in person. Don't mix those two. I hope this was helpful from a basic standpoint. This may not be what some of you were looking for from like we weren't going into the expertise here, but I hope that for those of you who are just looking to learn the basics and learn some of the scams that are out there, this was helpful to you. And please, last thing I will say is, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is.